All right. Welcome back to the CNC Advantage. Cooper and I are kicking it down at the beach today, and we thought that we would bring you a totally different reading today. This is for the collective, and just know that if all my readings are timeless, so whenever it finds you, and that there's something here meant for you. Not everything is going to resonate, so just take what does and leave the rest for someone else, okay? And remember, when I speak of feminine and masculine energy, like the queen or king and stuff like that, it's talking about energy, not gender, all right? Just want to make that real clear. So, Spirit wanted me to try something different today. It's completely new to me, so I have all your cards already laid out. That way I didn't have to bore you with all my shuffling time. So I figured we would start with a weekly forecast. We're going to start with today, Sunday. And today is currently Mother's Day, May 11th, 2025. And we're going to take you all the way through to next Sunday, so that way you have the whole week worth of advice. Now, following that, I have already laid out your Celtic cross, and I believe that that's going to help give some insights on how to deal with this week as well. Now, if you don't catch my reading right on time just this week, that's fine. It may apply to later times for different people. So some people it's going to apply now, some people it's going to apply later. Just take it as it resonates, and when it finds you, that's when it's meant to find you. And you got to trust that Spirit is trying to speak through you, to you, through electrical signals like this. Okay? All right, let's get rolling. So for today, we have a great day. You have the Empress card. The Empress is all about birthing something new. It's about creativity. It's about standing in your power. It's about calm, patience, sensuality, nurturing what's already in your life, being thankful and showing gratitude, not chasing it. If you notice, she's just sitting here calmly in her chair. She's letting things come to her today. So if you feel like you're chasing after something, maybe that's your sign to stop. Stop chasing it. If you stop chasing it and it comes back to you, then maybe it was meant to be. But if it just keeps on just escaping your grasp, then maybe it's time to let it go. After all, Pluto is in retrograde in Aquarius, and that is about recognizing what to let go, what no longer serves you, and allow space for new things to come in, a new rebirth, if you will, right? So we're expecting a very good day for today. On Monday, you have the King of Pentacles. Now, we all know that the King of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. It's like planting a seed and just waiting for it to grow. Don't keep digging it up, Just trust and have faith and patience that it's growing, that it's doing what it needs to be doing. And so are you, right? So don't rush things. In order to not rush things, you have to have a sense of perseverance, trusting in yourself and that you are aligned with the universe and everything is already coming to you, right? It's a lot about trust, really, and you can see he's in no hurry. He's just sitting there holding his pentacle. He's not, he's looking straight forward. So he's looking towards the future and just allowing things to come to him and in good timing, right? So it could also bring in unexpected sources of money or income, right? So maybe there's something coming on Monday, like a job offer, something lucky could be coming across your path that day. All right, on to Tuesday. going to step into the Swords in reverse. Now, normally this is going from troubled waters into calm waters, but this one, it's showing that some trouble could be coming your way. You may be feeling that your life is stagnant. You're not liking this King of Pentacles energy, and that you're just waiting things to come to you. You feel like there's a lack of progress, and you're just not happy with the momentum in your life. And you might be struggling with that a little bit more on Tuesday. After all, that is the day after the full moon, and the full moon, we all know, kind of that energy will linger for a couple days afterwards. So it could be an intense full moon for you. You know, it might take more patience, more looking in than looking out. You know what I'm saying? So don't regress so much that you go back into that troubled water, right? Just be patient and be weary of things that, you know, we all get impatient on things. You know, you manifest and you put everything out there. You're doing all your nature walks. You're aligning with nature. Now you got to give nature enough time to bring it in. You know, and that can be a frustrating feeling. I feel you. I really do. Right? That's why on Wednesday, you have the Strength in reverse. You may need to not doubt yourself so much, right? You need the trust and the confidence, and it's okay to show your vulnerability, you know. So I mean, don't show it to your enemies, but show it to your trusted loved ones, to your psychiatrist, to your priest, to your mentors, to your guides, to spirit, you know, and you might start getting hard on yourself, like, you know, your low self-esteem might rear up, you know, and we don't want that. You know, you need to be, and it's not about fearing what's going to happen. It's about being aware of what could happen. So when you know that these things are coming, you can prepare through awareness, through your mindset, through your affirmations. I'm not that bad. I'm going through a hard time, but I'm going to make it through it. These emotions are raging right now, but if I allow them just to flow through me, don't let my body grab onto them and hold on to them. Just allow it to flow. Feel what I gotta feel. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. And if you need to be alone to do this, be alone. If you feel more comfortable being with your best friend, go be with your best friend. You know, this is about what's best for you. And this is going to be different for everyone, because this is the collective reading. This is not just for one person, right? And you may feel overall just like a lack of movement in your life. You feel inadequate, that you're not progressing forward at this time, which makes sense when you have Monday and Tuesday with cards of patience and stagnation a little bit. You really do. So I mean, you have to be comfortable in doing nothing sometimes. And doing nothing is actually giving yourself time, space to heal, to look within, to really take a better look at things. And after all, Pluto in retrograde is about looking at what's in your life and releasing it, not holding on to it and letting it tear you down. You know, you're not a terrible person. Everyone goes through struggles and inner struggles, shadow work, death, you know, loss of job, loss of security, you know, and it's a time to work on it, you know, to figure out your solutions, to give yourself the space to do those things. Now for Thursday, this looks like this full moon is just bringing out a lot of cards in reverse, all right? You got the Six of Cups in reverse, and it's all about letting go of the past. I mean, growing up, maybe leaving home, maybe you're going to be traveling, right? Maybe it's about not focusing on so much of your childhood trauma, or letting go of that childhood trauma, right? Because those things were meant to teach us lessons, not to hold us back, not to hinder us forever, right? They were meant to help us mature, grow up, and step into what we were really meant to be, to walk our own path, the path that the Spirit has laid out for us. Now, quite often I will manifest, please light up my path. Let me see it. I would love to know where I'm going. And time after time, I get the same message back going, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So even though the journey at this point seems very trying right now, I mean, it's pushing you to limits that you didn't know you had and you didn't want to know you had, right? But what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. It's the same thing. The terrible things that we went through, we survived. We're here. We're living another day and we're pushing forward. We may be pushing forward without the things that we thought we'd have at this point in our lives, right? But you're pushing through it. Okay? And then on Friday, you have the Five of Cups in reverse. Finally, you have forward movement. So after you have this week of a lot of reflection, right? You're finally going to start moving forward in healing, stepping into this forgiveness of not only the people who wronged you, but also forgiving yourself for allowing it to happen, for allowing it to keep you down for so long. And when I went through my self-reflection stage, I was thinking as forgiveness as forgiving everyone else, and that way I could heal. And then Spirit's like, you forgot to forgive yourself. Did you forgive yourself? And I was like, oh, damn. So I had to start all over again. So, yeah, save yourself some time. Think about what they did and how you dealt with it or allowed it to happen because you didn't have good boundaries. What could you have done different next time and be like, you know what? I remember this happening last time. I didn't like it. I'm not going to allow it to happen again. I'm going to step forward in awareness, not bitterness, not resentment, but in strength, inner strength, and knowing that you can do it. You're not looking back anymore and going, oh man, this sucks, da-da-da, and ignoring what's right in front of you. Because that's what this guy does when it's in the upright, He's got 3 empty cups laying in front of him, and that's all he can look at. But he's got 2 full cups sitting behind him, right? Now you can see those 2 full cups. What are you going to do to step towards those 2 new cups? Those beautiful full cups. Those are your cups. You've already poured your heart, your love, emotion, your nurturing, all your success, everything is in those cups. Now you got to figure out, where are they taking you? Where do you want to go in life? Do you want to try that new career opportunity? Do you want to try this new relationship? Do you want to try a new friendship? Do you want to just strike out on your own for a while and just do it that way? And just keep your own cups to yourself. Hey, to each their own. The Hermit energy works very well, right? But it's all up to you, collective. What you do with your 5 cups in reverse for Friday. That was for Friday. On Saturday, you have the 4 swords for Saturday. So you're going to have your forward movement, and yet you're going to fear it a little bit. You're going to be a little scared. Stepping into the unknown can be very, very scary, right? You don't know what's coming. You don't know how you're going to respond to these things. You don't, and you can see that this person's got 3 swords above them, but they're keeping one of their swords right underneath them, going, nope, nope. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to relax. I'm going to take care of me. You know, so it's about finding your own inner peace, and maybe just holding your tongue back a little bit more this day. So just because you can say it doesn't mean you should, you know. So if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. You know, it's kind of one of them days. You know, instead, take time to meditate, regroup, heal yourself, and as you're starting to move forward into this unknown, right, it's important to take care of yourself. Because if you don't, no one else is gonna. And if they see that you're taking care of yourself, then others are gonna want to help too. You know, so I mean, you have to take the first step to take care of you. So take those nature walks. You know, maybe don't go out partying, don't go out doing anything reckless that day. You understand what I'm saying? Just do things that bring you peace. Listen to music. Go for walks. Take a bath. Listen to music. I'm sorry, did I already say that? I know. Yeah, I love music, so, you know, it does. It helps. It's vibrations, it's frequencies, it's changing the way you vibrate, and it's one of the most simple forms to change how you feel very, very quickly. So it is a very effective tool. Maybe eat healthier foods that day. Try to cut out some meat, right? Don't eat as much meat on Saturday. Try to eat some nuts, some dried fruit or fresh fruits. You know, that it's coming into spring, or we're into spring for sure. And, you know, there are lots of wonderful fresh fruits. Maybe that could be something that you could try. Dive into your essential oils. Oils are amazing, and it is a great way to get good things into your body by absorbing it through your skin. You can just put it right here on your like frankincense, put it on your chakras, you know, and that's a great thing you can do. That's just one oil, but there are several, so I mean, take it as it resonates, right? Do what works for you. All right, for next Sunday, the 18th, we have got the Hanged Man. So this time of rest and healing, it's gonna bring about a new perspective, maybe on your whole life, maybe on what happened, maybe what's happening, right? And that maybe you were looking at things all wrong, you know? It's all about getting a unique viewpoint that you didn't see before. It's that aha moment. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see it. Are you kidding me? Next Sunday is the day for that. You're going to be like, how did I not see it? You know, don't be too hard on yourself, right? You know, life is about learning, growing, going with the flow. And if you stop changing, then you're not going and aligning with nature. Nothing ever stays the same. The only thing that remains constant is change. So your perspective is going to change too. And it's just gonna hit you like a ton of bricks, right? You're just like, how did I miss it, you know? And you need to release that energy, okay? That is very important. Releasing negative energy instead of holding on to it. If you hold on to it, it's gonna make you feel fatigued, tired, sore, your muscles, your joints, they'll actually ache. And you're like, dude, I didn't do anything. I just spent the whole yesterday just resting, relaxing. I didn't push myself hard. And yet, the release of energy can be a very tough on the body if you try to hold on to it. So it's another day of patience, right? This full moon is asking you to relax, release energy, and have patience with yourself. That doesn't mean, for everyone else and just let everything go and not give a shit. It's saying that it's okay to be where you are right now. It's okay for life not to be perfect all the time. No one is happy all the time. No one is sad all the time. No one is angry all the time. And if you are, this is your chance to let that go, to work through it. Ask yourself the questions, why did they do this? Why did they go out of their way to do these things? And try to understand where they were coming from. That helps you gain perspective on your own situation of, okay, they kicked me out because they couldn't afford to help me anymore. Because, and that energy that you were bringing to the household, this trapped negative energy was starting to bring others down, and they had to cut you loose. Now, that's the most pure form of tough love, and it sucks. It does. It's not great. It's not a good feeling. It's scary, but sometimes it's required, right? And you need to understand your part in the problem, to be accountable, and not to punish yourself, but so that way you have a better understanding. Now that you have a better understanding and your new perspective, right, you can start going, all right, how do I fix this? How do I not do this to the people I love anymore? Because I don't want to hurt these people. I don't want to bog them down with my burdens and this and that, right? Okay. Spirit says that's enough. All right, so we're going to move on to your Celtic cross. We're going to start off with a few major arcana here. Your current situation, you have the Magician in reverse. Now, the first thing that comes to mind, or, intuitively comes to mind, is that you've got some negative energies around you. Negative forces are at work trying to bring you down. So when you're gonna awaken, ascend, transforming, the devil is gonna try and keep you where you are, to keep you stuck, right? So how do they do this? They send people, usually people, to mess with your path, to see if they can keep you off your path, right? Because the whole system is set up on balance, good and evil, strength and weak, right? So if you're trying to get your new perspective and see things in a new light, they might have someone whispering in your ear going, but you're this, you're that, just speaking of terrible things to you. And then, after years and years and years of hearing this, you almost start to believe it. It's brainwashing, right? Be aware of it. Be like, you know what? That's not me at all. I'm not this terrible person. I don't like treating people bad. I don't like bogging down on their energy. I don't want to be a burden anymore. I want to stand on my own 2 feet. And if I want to stand on my own 2 feet, I'm going to work through this and say no. Do your spiritual showers, your cleansing showers. You use salts and things of that sort. You can use your oils, use your crystals to help fend these off. Do your affirmations, do your cleansing prayers. And when I do my salt, my cleansing showers and stuff like that, I will try to block all negative energies that do not benefit my highest good. Any hexes, curses, potions, incantations, evil eye, the hoodoo and voodoo that you do, you know, if it does not benefit my highest good, I am releasing it now. And as the water rinses all that soap and the salt off, you are cleansing yourself of all that negative energy, and just let it go. Breathe through it, right? Stay focused. Stay in the moment. What you're going to find challenging with this is that you're going to feel that you don't have the strength.